Hi, it's Whitney Wiley, and thank you for joining me for 30 Days of Habit. And I have with me Claudette Anderson. How are you, Claudette?
I am doing wonderful, and thank you so much for doing this, Whitney, and asking me to come on.
Absolutely. It's been a lot of fun. We are near the end of this particular project, and have been really blessed by talking with all the contributors of the book. The book, of course, is The One Habit for Success, the Smart Femme Summit Special Edition. And Claudette is the contributor that is discussing the importance of tapping into the truth and stepping into your superpower. So, Claudette, can you tell us a little bit about what you mean about stepping into the truth?
Well, if it's kind of like this. I'm going to use confidence as an example.
Okay.
I say, a lot of people will go, I just need to get more confident. And I'm like, is that in the drive-thru at Starbucks? Do you go to Target and pick that stuff up? Like, how do you get that confidence, And we all know we need it. We all know that we should have it, but how do you actually get it? And to me, you can't just pick it up. It's something that rises within you. And the journey turns inward if you really want to begin to remember who you are and remember your true identity. And I mean your true identity without all of these little beliefs that we believe about ourselves that don't support us. Have you ever heard the saying that, I don't need any enemies because I beat myself up just fine? Have you ever heard that saying? So think about this. If you had a way to tap into that truth within, then you could eliminate the beliefs that keep you from being confident.
Right.
And once you eliminate those beliefs, you can step into being confident. And then you don't have to prove you're confident. You just be there. And to me, that's like having a superpower, because you're exuding confidence in everything that you do because you've gotten rid of the beliefs that keep you from it. Because your natural state of being should have it. Does that make sense?
That does make sense, yes.
Yeah, so rise up, girl, superpower.
So one of the things that you say in the chapter, and I think this goes along with what you just said, is that we already have everything we need within us, right? That
yes.
And so what you're talking about sort of is uncovering, unmasking, unpeeling an onion or an artichoke to get to the core, the essence of the truth of who we are.
Yes.
Going back to using your example about confidence.
Yes, because our true identity is buried underneath all of these beliefs. That's why I think the onion has been used before in the past. It's this. But what's so cool about it is if you decide to access the eternal truth, there's different truths. And like you and I can have a truth that, and we can believe something. And for us, it is so because we believe it. And then we can get more information and go, well, I don't believe that anymore because I got more information. Now this is true to me, right? I'm not talking about that kind of truth because that can be changed. What I'm talking about is everything we need is within us. We have to discover how to tap into what is within us. And when we tap into the eternal truth, now we're talking about a truth that transcends time. It is always the same, and it is the truth that sets your heart free, or what I call your soul free. Because, and why do we need that? Well, does anyone long for like a peace? A deep, deep peace inside of themselves, right? Like who doesn't want that? I think if I said who wants peace, everybody would go, yeah, all of us, right? Does everyone really start to think or have a feeling that there's more? There's more, and it's like this longing inside of us. We know there's more than, isn't there more than this?
Right.
So I think our souls are always longing to go back home. And when we start to access the eternal truth, we start to get that. We get access to the all-knowing. We get access to everything that can set us free. And that's why I say it's a superpower, because you don't have to get strong. You can be strong.
That
Makes
sense.
sense.
And as I read your chapter, I'm also in the middle of reading Panache Desai's book, You Are Enough, and that resonates with me, right? That it is already here, and it is a feeling like coming home. But how does one go about doing that? You know, you talk about it, having it as a habit. How do we get into the habit of tapping into the truth?
Well, there's a method to it. And I use it every morning. You know, I've done it so much at this point, 20 years and counting, that it's part of who I am. It's how I process my decisions. I use it all day long. But specifically in the morning, I take 10 to 20 minutes and just take a deep breath, connect within, and using the example of not enough. I've worked with over 4,500 people to help them understand that they are more than enough. Not enough, not worthy, and all types of fears are belief systems that drive our behavior. If you think you're not enough, you'll always be trying to prove you're enough. Or if you think you're not creative enough, you won't go toward that artistic endeavor that's in your heart. Or if you feel like you're not worthy, you'll sabotage your success. Or when you get to a certain level of success, then you'll stop it there because you're not worthy of more, right? Things like that. Many people walk around, why can't I get the relationship I want? Why can't I have the job I want? Instead of asking that question, begin to ask, what do you believe that allows this current situation? What do I believe that allows me to experience not enough? So start asking that, and then what is the truth? You know, start doing that. You can take that deep breath. You can ask for the eternal truth, and you can go through that. In the book, I outline it more so than that. But it is the beginning of an awakening at a deeper level than you ever thought possible. And that's the beauty of it. That we can be so much more solid and peaceful and loving. And when you begin to understand how this whole thing works, you know, how our thoughts work, how our emotions work, and you begin to get that solidity within your being because you're seeking the truth.
Right.
Now you can look at everybody with grace. You don't get offended so easily. Life begins to be more enjoyable, and you can start to apply the principles you need to fulfill business, to fulfill that job, to do, you know, to succeed, and to have that peace within yourself. Yeah. So the truth sets you free. That's, I don't know of anything else that does. Yeah. I'm just like, if you know of anything else, let me know, you know?
I don't know another way other than that way. So yeah. In addition to having the habit of tapping into the truth, you have written about the unhabit of letting your mind rule you. What do you mean by that?
Well, you know, I think we've all experienced it to where, and men and women experience emotions differently. They do. Women will experience an emotional spin. It feels like anxiety rises. We want to get away from the situation. You know, we're fearful or panicked. You know, someone can say something and it affects us for days or weeks, keeps us up at night. And, you know, it's like your mind is just spinning. I don't know about you, but that's not fun. And I used to experience it all the time. Men can, you know, for men, it could be rage or anger. And then they're like, why did I lose control like that? Like, you know, the regret of that. So I call that triggers, things that trigger an emotional response, action. But our emotions and thoughts are energetic translations of our beliefs. I've discovered this by looking at the patterns over the years as people were getting free from their beliefs. I would start to notice that once the belief is identified and then the truth takes over and replaces the bad belief with the truth, and there's peace in their soul, they didn't have that emotion anymore. They didn't, like, the thought and the emotion changed. It just, so it goes deeper than just a tool. It's actually a way of, I call it unwinding the programming, because we all, you know what? I mean, that's why he wrote the book about not enough. We all feel not enough. Like, so I'm like, it looks like programming to me. Everybody feels it. So this is a way to get rid of that belief of not enough. Like, instead of just telling yourself, you know you're more, you should be more, in trying to put notes up and say that, why not get rid of the belief that makes you believe it? And then you're getting to the root of the issue and wiping that out. And then not enough can be in many different belief systems. So you may need the truth on a few different belief systems, but each time it feels less true. It has less power to it until it just goes away. And a lot of people go, that's not possible. Yeah, it is. So when you access the truth, yes, it is. And I say people don't have to believe me. They don't have to listen to me. They don't have to agree with me. Test the truth. Just test it and look for the evidence. That's all I say. Yeah.
So do you have any parting words that you'd like to share about either your habit or your unhabit?
I say seek the truth as if your life depends on it, because it actually does. There's not one single thing that would be more important than doing that, because it is, your beliefs are the driving force of everything you do. Every single thing that you do in your life, your decisions and actions are based on your beliefs. And some of them are conscious, some of them are subconscious. So why not get the truth on what you believe to get free from the ones that don't support you? So I would say do it, do it as if you want your next breath to be the truth, and then get free so we can see you rise, because who you really are is so much more magnificent, than those little beliefs that are yapping in your head, which I call a chihuahua. Nothing against chihuahuas, but I visualize a little dog just yapping at me. So yeah.
That it makes a lot of sense. And it seems to me that, a number of the habits in the book, or the unhabits in the book, have been about our self-talk and the things that we say to ourselves and what we think and believe. And it makes sense not to try to paper over something that's papering over the truth, and to just peel it back and get to the truth and then operate from there. So I'm a logical person. That makes absolute sense to me. And so I hope that makes sense to others, or that you feel it intuitively. So Claudette, thank you very much for stopping by and talking about your chapter in the book. And for those of you who don't have your copy of The One Habit for Success, please, please, please go ahead and purchase your copy. The information on where to buy it, the link is in the post. Pick a habit, any habit. Start with Claudette's habit, right? You're here today, you're listening today. Pick Claudette's habit, work on it, incorporate it in your life, and then once you've done that, move on to one of the other habits. So again,
there's a lot of good ones in the book, aren't there?
There are a lot of really good habits.
Yes.
And yours, I think, is a great foundational one as well. So thank you again for joining us, and have a fabulous rest of your day.
Thank you so much, and I hope everybody has a great day. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.